Chelsea are well and truly back. These new signings have transformed the Blues game. Enzo Maresca has wasted no time rebuilding Chelsea for 2025-26. In what feels like a complete tactical and personnel reboot, the Italian coach has implemented one of the most ambitious summer transfer windows in recent club history, which is really saying something. Chelsea have invested over £250 million to bring in a new generation of technically gifted, tactically intelligent and physically dynamic talents. Far from being just a typical youth-focused spree, these signings are already being hailed as transformative to the very way the Blues will operate under Maresca. Each arrival fits into a clearly defined system that prioritises pressing intensity, structured positional play, and fluid transitions. Delap brings a focal point up front with physicality and purpose. João Pedro adds fluidity and final third invention. Gittins injects pace and verticality out wide. He offers flair, quick combination play, and Estevao and Garnacho give that extra bit of spark and creativity. This isn't just recruitment, it's reinvention. The Blues are no longer building around legacy signings and patchwork formations. They're constructing a modern identity rooted in youth, versatility, and a clearly defined tactical blueprint. If early signs are anything to go by, Chelsea under Maresca may be the most exciting project in English football right now. Maresca was visibly frustrated last season by Chelsea's inconsistency in the final third and a lack of control in midfield. With erratic performances from wide players and a midfield often disjointed in build-up and pressing phases, Chelsea fell short in key matches. The departures of Noni, Madueke and Kepa only accelerated a rethink in both structure and personnel. Rather than patch over weaknesses, Maresca has opted for a bold overhaul. Chelsea's attacking reinvention is being led emphatically by Estevao, João Pedro and Jamie Gittins, three high-impact signings who bring different but complementary qualities to Enzo Maresca's squad. Estevao Willian has officially joined Chelsea from Palmeiras, completing one of the most anticipated transfers in recent years. The deal, originally agreed in June 2024, was finalised after the winger turned 18, with the club unveiling him at Stamford Bridge on the 5th of August 2025. The transfer is reported to be worth an initial £29 million, potentially rising by £20 million in performance-related add-ons. Under Enzo Maresca, the Brazilian is expected to feature in the right half space, drifting inside onto his stronger left foot. His ability to progress the ball in tight spaces and press intelligently off the ball makes him a natural fit for Maresca's man-to-man counter-press system. He has already begun to make an impact in a Chelsea shirt. Against West Ham, he became the youngest player in club history to record a Premier League assist. His composure and flair drew praise from pundits, with Jamie Redknapp noting his maturity beyond his years. Estevao's arrival gives Chelsea added creativity and unpredictability in the final third. His presence allows João Pedro to operate more naturally as a central forward and provides depth across attacking positions without disrupting structure. His farewell performance for Palmeiras, a stunning equaliser against Chelsea in the FIFA Club World Cup and an emotional send-off, underlined his pedigree and character. Argentine winger Alejandro Garnacho has officially joined Chelsea from Manchester United, completing one of the most high-profile Premier League transfers in recent memory. The 21-year-old, long regarded as one of United's brightest young stars, made the switch to Stamford Bridge in a deal that underlines Chelsea's intent to add both youth and proven top-flight quality to their attack. Reports suggest the transfer could be worth in excess of £45 million, reflecting his rising influence at the highest level. Under Enzo Maresca, Garnacho is expected to feature primarily from the left or right flank, where his explosive pace and direct dribbling allow him to cut inside onto his stronger right foot. Garnacho's relentless work rate and pressing intensity also align with Maresca's counter-pressing system, making him an immediate tactical fit. Garnacho's arrival adds a new dimension to Chelsea's attack, his knack for delivering in high-pressure moments, demonstrated by his performances in Manchester derbies and European nights, brings both pedigree and edge to the squad. Now, in blue, these two will be looking to lock down their spots and become central figures in Chelsea's next attacking era. Liam Delap, arriving from Ipswich for around £30 million, made an immediate impact on his debut. Coming off the bench in the Club World Cup opener against Los Angeles FC, he provided the assist for Enzo Fernandez's goal, showcasing his vision and composure under pressure. Delap's 12 Premier League goals last season demonstrated his instinctive finishing and powerful presence in the box, and he now offers Chelsea the central focal point they lacked against deep, compact defences. With his new injury, he will be unavailable for a few weeks, but will be a future star for sure. João Pedro, signed from Brighton for an initial £55 million, brings real creativity and positional flexibility. With a career tally of 19 league goals and 9 assists over 2 Premier League seasons, he ranked among Brighton's most productive players before making the move south. He then repaid Chelsea's investment, literally, in the Club World Cup, scoring in both the semi-final and final to help secure victory over PSG, demonstrating flair, composure and versatility, whether as a false nine or wide attacker. Since then, the youngster has been cooking, especially in Cole Palmer's absence. He scored a goal and grabbed 2 assists against West Ham, and picked up another goal against Fulham. He is turning out to be one of Chelsea's best pieces of business in recent years. Last but not least is Jamie Gittens, whose £48.5 to £55 million move from Borussia Dortmund breaks new ground. At just 20, he made 48 appearances, scoring 12 goals and adding 5 assists in the 2024-25 campaign, frequently changing games with high-speed dribbles and incisive crosses. His pace, peaking at nearly 36 km per hour, along with his high dribble rate, offer Chelsea a distinct vertical threat on the left flank, addressing a long-standing tactical deficiency. Together, Delap, João Pedro, Estevão, Garnacho and Gittens represent a number of differing styles. Powerful hold-up, creative movement, and explosive wide attack that collectively fill the roles Chelsea lacked last season. Delap anchors the centre-forward line with physical presence and finishing. João Pedro introduces fluidity and tactical intelligence in attacking midfield or central forward roles, and Gittens brings the pace and unpredictability to destabilise defences from the flanks, something Chelsea have lacked since the days of Eden Hazard. Click here for more on this excellent signing. That combination gives Maresca a multi-dimensional frontline capable of pressing higher, rotating intelligently, and unlocking stubborn defences through verticality and movement, a clear upgrade in threat and flexibility over recent summers. At the base of Chelsea's rebuild sits Robert Sanchez, who will remain as the club's number 1 for the 2025-26 campaign. With the departures of Marcus Bettinelli, Petrovic, Bergstrom this summer, Maresca has streamlined the goalkeeper department to focus on Sanchez's development and future success at Stamford Bridge. Behind him, the backup roster includes Philip Jorgensen, who provides valuable Premier League experience. Under Maresca's tactical setup, the goalkeeper is expected to play like a sweeper keeper when needed, remaining high in possession phases to form a back 3 or even 4, initiating build-up plays and staying calm under pressure. This is not one of Sanchez's strong points. His composure and distribution skills have been heavily criticised. Moving forward, importantly, Maresca's Chelsea often deploy a flexible defensive formation that can shift between a back 4 and a temporarily inverted system, with the goalkeeper stepping into play, particularly in low build-up phases. This allows fullbacks to invert or push high, creating numerical superiority in midfield during build-up sequences. Chelsea's defensive spine revolves around ball-playing centre-backs like Levi Colwill. However, with his recent pretty much season-ending injury, unless the Blues bring in some reinforcements, it will be Fofana if he can keep fit, Trevor Chalobah and Tosun, who are also good on the ball, rotating in these positions until Enzo finds his centre-back partnership. The system encourages fullbacks such as Reece James and Marc Cucurella to invert into midfield when building and provide width when the wingers tuck inside. This establishes compactness and positional dominance through midfield overload. These two are both excellent going forward and on their day a nightmare for any team. Reece James and Marc Cucurella are set to play vital roles in Chelsea's tactical setup for the 2025-26 season, offering width, control, and defensive solidity in Enzo Maresca's evolving system. After an injury-plagued couple of seasons, Reece James returned to form and fitness in the latter part of 2024-25, culminating in standout performances during the Club World Cup. Operating as an inverted fullback at times and overlapping wingback at others, James showcased his trademark combination of power, delivery, and intelligence. His ability to drift into central areas to help Chelsea overload midfield zones adds a new dimension to Maresca's positional play system. Marc Cucurella, meanwhile, has undergone something of a renaissance. Often under scrutiny during his early Chelsea career, the Spaniard flourished in Maresca's structured possession-based approach. At the Club World Cup, he was outstanding, pressing high, recycling possession with sharp passes, and defending with far more confidence and aggression. His versatility allows him to play as a traditional left-back or invert into midfield when needed. Should Chelsea also sign Hato from Ajax, he can provide excellent cover for the Spaniard. Together, James and Cucurella provide tactical flexibility. They can stretch the pitch or support central play depending on match dynamics. With both players fit and thriving, Chelsea have fullbacks who are not only functional, but integral to dictating tempo and controlling transitions. Out of possession, the team often deploys a man-to-man counter-press with high stamina and coordination. When the press cannot be sustained, Chelsea revert to a structured 4-4-2 mid-block, prioritising compact lines and transition readiness. One identified tactical weakness remains vulnerability to quick transitions. Chelsea's aggressive forward press can leave gaps at the back, as highlighted by opposition managers after certain defeats. However, Chelsea's engine room under Maresca is consciously designed for modern demands, a mix of creativity, dynamism and structure. The base double pivot is likely to feature Moises Caicedo, and Enzo Fernandez with Lavia inevitably providing cover in these positions, with Andre Santos also likely to feature. These players are capable of blending defensive discipline with ballistic endurance and penetrating passing sequences. This part of the pitch is Chelsea's strong point. Enzo and Moises had excellent seasons for Chelsea, and if they continue this, Chelsea will be tough to beat for sure. The two beasts emerged as a dominant midfield duo for Chelsea in the latter half of the 2024-25 season and shone at the Club World Cup, laying the foundation for what could be a transformative year ahead. After a rocky start to life at Stamford Bridge, both players found rhythm and chemistry under Enzo Maresca's more structured and possession-oriented system. Caicedo's ball-winning, positioning, and relentless energy provided the perfect defensive shield, while Fernandez's technical precision and passing range allowed Chelsea to control games from deep. At the Club World Cup, the partnership was on full display. Caicedo averaged over 4.5 tackles and interceptions per game, regularly breaking up opposition transitions and initiating attacks. Fernandez, meanwhile, dictated tempo with calm distribution, creating overloads and recycling possession with elite composure. His goal in the final capped off a tournament where he led the team in progressive passes. Heading into 2025-26, their importance cannot be overstated. Caicedo offers defensive balance that allows Maresca's fullbacks to push high, while Fernandez provides vertical passing that unlocks compact defences. Together, they form a modern double pivot, press-resistant, tactically intelligent, and capable of both control and chaos. If Chelsea are to challenge at the top, this duo will be central to it. Ahead of them is Chelsea's main man. Cole Palmer is set to play a pivotal role for Chelsea in the 2025-26 season, operating primarily as a number 10. After another excellent overall campaign despite a mid-season lull, he became Chelsea's top scorer and assister, in most competitions even picking up the Best Player at the Club World Cup award, showing that he has refound his form. Palmer has cemented himself as the fulcrum of the Blues' attacking transitions. His intelligence between the lines, ability to drift into half spaces, and composure in tight areas make him ideally suited to Maresca's tactical demands. As the number 10, Palmer is tasked with linking midfield to attack, often rotating with wide players or dropping deeper to overload central zones. His vision and left-footed delivery give Chelsea a cutting edge in final third combinations, particularly when paired with fluid forwards like João Pedro and wide runners like Jamie Gittins and Garnacho. His pressing from the front and ability to quickly recycle possession also align with Maresca's aggressive off-ball philosophy. Palmer's versatility, able to shift wide or deeper when needed, means he'll be central to Chelsea's attacking identity. He's not just a creative outlet, he's becoming the system's tempo setter. With growing maturity and tactical freedom, Palmer looks ready to take another leap forward and be the heartbeat of Chelsea's attacking play in the new season. Now it gets exciting. Chelsea's wide structure this season is one of the most dynamic in the Premier League, thanks to the rotation of players like Jamie Gittins, Estevan Willian, Pedro Neto, and academy talents such as Tyrick George. Jamie Gittins fits Maresca's blueprint perfectly: explosive pace, technical dribbling, and an attacking mindset. He has stated that the system is tailor-made for wingers who attack fullbacks and create chances precisely as natural game. Estevan Willian, the young Brazilian, joins the rotation further back on the flanks post-Club World Cup, adding unpredictable South American creativity with direct running and dribbling invention. His presence pushes defenders and opens channels for midfield runners. Pedro Neto has been used as a high-energy runner in rotation, but the club are phasing out players like Noni Madueke and Raheem Sterling, who don't fit the manager's high-intensity positional fluidity model. Pedro can also play on the wings, not to mention Palmer can play on the right wing too, with Enzo moving into the number 10, and Lavia or Reece James moving into the midfield as we have seen before. At the tip of the spear, Chelsea's attack will be centred around Liam Delap and João Pedro. Delap's physical presence, hold-up ability, and finishing offer a focal point against deep blocks and a target for wide overloads. He already contributed goals and assists in pre-season and the Club World Cup. These two have a big chance to cement themselves as Chelsea's number 9, as Nicholas Jackson, while good in the build-up, has been rightly criticised for his lack of ruthlessness in front of goal. If the recent performances of Liam and especially João Pedro at the Club World Cup, they will be just fine. João Pedro, another recruit from Brighton, brings running beyond the defence, pressing intelligence and link-up play. Comfortable as a false 9 or second striker, he drifts intelligently to connect midfield and wide play, proving pivotal in Chelsea's Club World Cup win. Enzo Maresca has established a clear identity for Chelsea, a compact, high-pressing yet fluid brand of football, with interchangeable forwards, inverted fullbacks, and midfield rotations that enforce positional dominance in all phases. He deploys formations like 3-2-4-1 or fluid 4-2-2-2, switching depending on the phase of play. The goalkeeper sometimes acts almost like a fifth defender to compress space in possession. In low block situations like matches against mid-table teams, Chelsea rely on overloaded central midfielders and deep-lying pivots to unlock zones through both short passing and vertical bursts.